Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another episode of The Witcher. This is episode 10, and if you're new here, what are you doing? We're 10 episodes in, and you're already jumping on this Let's Play. Go back and watch my other videos, you freaking loser. So, in addition to this being the final episode that I'm going to make, at least for a couple weeks, I went ahead and I cosplayed as Shani, seeing as how we got a lot of interaction with Shani in the last episode, and I know that in this chapter, we're gonna have a lot more interactions with Shani, so I'm really excited about that. In the last episode, we did complete chapter 1, so a lot of really important things happened, so be sure to go back and watch the previous episode so that you're all caught up to speed with what's going on. Without further ado, I'm just gonna hop right back into the game. Alright, we're just gonna hop right back in, and we're gonna take it from here, you know? Okay. Can we just walk out of this prison, I wonder? Nope. Okay, I know that this guy was trying to fight us. Let's see if we can talk to him.
Relax.
Nope, he doesn't want to fight us anymore. Can we talk to this prisoner?
Wonder who squealed.
How about this one?
I'm innocent.
Okay, and then how about this
You
one?
tasted the muck they call supper.
How about this one?
Step away. We're honest thieves, not politicals.
How about this guy? Nope. Won't even let us talk to him. How about this one? Ooh, an elven convict.
Tomorrow's my big day.
Why are you here, elf?
Delighting in the last moments of my life. Or trying to. I hang tomorrow. I have a request. I've always found games pleasant, and Jethro let me keep my dice. If you don't have your own set, we can share mine.
Oh, awesome. We can play some dice. I mean, sorry that you're getting hanged, but you don't really seem that shaken up about it. Getting down and dirty with this music. Nope. I've got nothing. No, I've got nothing. Look at him, he's got like a full house. I got shit. We'll roll all the dice back. I don't know if that's a stupid thing, but I ain't got nothing. At least I got like one pair. Damn it! Oh. Ooh. We have equal opportunity. Alright, let's see here. There's a match right here. Okay, I think I'll just roll these two. See how well I do. Ooh! Nice! I won! I only got one pair. No. No thanks. I'll just roll all three of these back. Ooh! I won! For sure.
All right, you maggots. The king in his mercy will pardon whoever subdues the cockatrice in the sewers.
Pardon? What about half the kingdom, the princess's hand in marriage?
Clever. Watch what you say, Witcher. Political jokes could get you in trouble.
I'll slay the monster.
Too late. There's another volunteer.
I'm the better candidate.
The creep in the corner claims he'll defeat it bare-fisted.
Which creep?
Yoo-hoo!
That tub of lard? You're kidding.
You want freedom? Fight for it. Whoever wins
How
faces the
fucking
cockatrice.
convenient that
Piece
there would
of
be a
cake.
monster we can slay to get out of prison. How convenient. Okay, before we do this, hold on, let me do one thing real quick. Sorry, I wanted to set a timer for myself. I almost forgot to do that before we started the Let's Play. Because I don't want to... My goal is to only record for maybe an hour, maybe a little bit over an hour. And then kind of narrow down the contents whenever editing it. But okay, so I guess we're gonna fight this guy.
What's that? I'll defeat you, then thrash that lizard and go free.
Let's do it.
Dude, you should be thanking me. I'm about to save your life.
I'm going to kill you, you bastard!
And he ain't doing shit.
Time to die!
And you should be thanking me. I literally just saved your life, probably. Unless you're sentenced to death, then I guess you would die either way. But you don't stand a chance with a cockatrice.
Bastard. You couldn't have beaten me without your spells.
I saved your life. The cockatrice is no joke.
Next time, you'll get beaten.
Alright.
What's that?
Alright, let's talk to this Vincent guy.
Congratulations. You won the right to slay the beast.
I'm almost proud.
Want to slay the beast, or would you rather just stand there?
I need a weapon.
That's funny. We recently confiscated a Witcher's sword.
Where?
Not your business. Jethro, bring that silver sword.
The one we found at Thaler's?
Yes, idiot. That one.
Can I have it?
Get it from Jethro. The rest of your gear's in deposit for afterwards.
Fine.
One more thing. I'll pay extra for the monster's head, provided it's undamaged.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, so now we have a Witcher sword. You said he got it from a guy named Thaler.
Oh, the sword. Where was it?
Hurry up. I don't have all day.
Yes, we also confiscated a potion. Once you've completed your task, collect your belongings from behind the bars.
I'll ask about it. Then I'll get the professor.
Stupid. The professor just does the wet work. If you want to be effective, you'd strike at his boss.
Though I doubt you'd succeed. He's a big player. He has concessions.
Connections, you mean? I'll find him.
First, you gotta survive your meeting with the cockatrice.
Watch my belongings. I'll be back, and I'll want everything returned.
Interesting. We're gonna have to go and talk to that Jethro guy again. He seems to know a lot about Salamandra. Some drowners. Wouldn't be the Witcher without killing drowners. Nope. That's right, Carol. Just straight up kill him. Nice. Alright, so we are in the cave, or I'm sorry, the sewer. Damn, girl, you jumped from that? Well, we're in the sewer beneath Vizima. It's supposed to be fighting a cockatrice, so I guess we'll just explore the area. I thought I saw a corpse. There's a guy over here named Siegfried. Guess we'll talk to him. But I want to go up here and see what the deal is. Can I go through these bars? No, they're locked. Can I loot this? Oop. Yeah, I'll take that. I wonder, can I personally equip this? Oh, no I can't. I guess I can just sell it, but whatever. Oh. Cutscene time.
Oh, you're a witcher?
Indeed.
White hair, vertical pupils, signs of mutation?
Skip the medical exam.
Forgive me. I meant no harm. I'm Siegfried, a knight of the Order of the Flaming Rose.
I'm Geralt.
I've heard much praise concerning the combat skills of witchers.
If you don't mind, I have some work to do down here, and I'd like to get it done fast.
A cockatrice, correct? That's why I'm here.
Let's talk.
Yes?
Interesting. So we have a knight here named Siegfried. He's with the Order of the Flaming Rose. Okay.
What do you know about cockatrices?
Cockatrices, also known as scoffins, are a kind of ornithosaur. They're twice the size of a large bird. The link between reptiles and birds. They resemble roosters, hence their common name.
Okay, he seems to be very educated for a knight. Usually in this game, people who are guards and knights are not very well educated. But he seems to be quite smart, but we don't need the scientific lesson.
Spare me your scientific babble.
In brief, Witcher, the cockatrice is an overgrown rooster, but far more dangerous.
And your sarcasm.
All right, what do you want to know?
Think you can kill the cockatrice?
The sacred flame will guide me.
What prompted you to enter the sewers after a beast?
It threatens Vizima. The Order's been fighting beasts for a while, rather effectively, too.
Wait, that's Witcher's work.
You witchers are relics and few in number. You're no competition. The Order demands no payment for protecting humans.
I suppose fairies funded your armor and castles.
I've no desire to argue. We're both here. There's no reason to await the other's turn, especially while there are drowners here too. Let's join forces instead. I long to see your combat skills, and I assure you, my sword is at your disposal.
Okay, yeah, I mean, let's work with him. You know, he seems... For a Knight of the Flaming Order, Siegfried seems pretty compliant and smart. You see, remember at the beginning of the playthrough that I talked about how not everyone who worships the Eternal Fire is exactly bad? I think Siegfried here might actually be a good egg.
Agreed. Let's go.
You lead.
Got some drowners here, Siegfried. Damn. Wait, hold on. Let me... Why is this not letting me... Oh, here we go. It would be better if we went on group style, actually. Nice. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and... Oh, there's a corpse. I'm just gonna go ahead and loot everything that I find. What's our money at? Ah, Damn, half our money's fucking gone. God damn it, we had so much money and now it's gone. Goodness. Ah. Okay, I say we go this way and then we loop around over here. Looks like over in the distance, I think I see a place of power, but I don't really think I need that right now, if I'm being honest. Here's some mold. Oh, there's the cockatrice. Let's see here. I think I'll get on fast style. Maybe that'll help. Let's get hard.
The cockatrice is dead. Now, where was the exit?
I don't think I can go back the way I came.
Come, I'll lead you to the exit. Take the cockatrice's head. Vincent pays well for trophies.
Very well, though it reeks.
Okay, nice. Well, there's that quest. I guess we could stay here to explore the sewers, but I know that from personal experience we have a lot more quests that we come here to do. So I'm just gonna follow him out.
Make haste.
God, look at all this filth. You know that this is shit. See, this is what Siegfried did the smart thing. He went up there. Geralt's just like, I'm gonna fucking walk in this shit. I don't give a shit.
That door leads out of the sewers. So, this is where we part. But...
Quiet. I hear footsteps.
Odd. Few would dare venture here.
Footsteps? Whoa. Oh, Salamandra.
Dare challenge the Salamandra!
Better watch out, Siegfried. I'm about to kill those bitches.
Friends of yours?
You could say so. The thugs with the salamander sign have been bothering me for a while.
Who knew you'd be in the sewers?
The captain of the guard, the loon from the jail, and the prisoners. I fought the cockatrice for my freedom.
A limited number of suspects. You'll likely solve the mystery when you find the leader of those bandits. I have a friend in Vizima, a detective. See him for help.
Where are you headed?
I have things to attend to at my quarters. Then I'll venture out in search of beasts, as the world is still filled with them.
You did well, Siegfried. Glad we met. I need to recover my things.
Make sure you get everything. Jethro is known to have sticky fingers.
Let's get out of here.
Here's the key for the passage to town. A few days ago, I locked the door to keep the cockatrice in.
Thanks. I'd rather not go back the way I came.
We might meet again if ever you visit the sewers. At times I venture down here in search of monsters.
Ah, your sacred mission of protecting humankind?
Your sarcasm is unnecessary. We're on the same side, Witcher. You'll realize this one day.
Farewell, and thanks.
If you ever need me, I'll be at my quarters in Vizima.
Alright, so Siegfried was pretty cool. Said he had a friend detective that we could talk to. I'm sure we'll run into him. Can I go through these? No. Can I not just go through this door? I guess I can. Alright, finally.
Vizima's temple quarter. Whores, murderers, beggars. Salamandra's base must be near.
Finally made it to Vizima. Nice. Relief? I don't know what that's for. Alright, friends, let's see what we can do. We need to go get our shit. I don't want to read all those. I guess we'll just read some of the quest, and I'll see which one is the best one to go and get our stuff with. Back from the prison. Oh, it's probably Prison Break. Hold on. Okay, right. Let's go ahead and go talk to Vincent, who seems to be the captain of the guard, and to get our stuff back.
Interesting. The private eye Siegfried mentioned could be helpful. Have to start somewhere.
Okay. I guess we can, since he's right here, we can just go in and talk. Just gonna break into his house and steal his shit, I guess. Give me that cake. Alright. Don't mind me, just stealing your shit. Hey, what's up, Raymond?
Well, 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 what do we have here?
I'm Geralt of Rivia.
A warrior like no other. Your legend precedes you. How can I help?
I'm looking for some information. Is this where I'll find it?
Good question. I used to work for the lawyers Codringer and Fenn. Satisfied?
The names mean nothing to me, but I'll assume that's a recommendation.
As a professional, you understand information has its price.
I'll pay.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
Damn, this guy's outfit is spot on. Look at him, he is covered in leather. He's got this big old hat. He's got a monocle. He's got a collar that comes right up to here. This guy is pimpin'.
I'm interested in the people who wear salamander pins.
Just so happens I know a thing or two. Before I go on, I wouldn't mind knowing what your interest in the case is.
Azar Javed. Name mean anything to you?
I've heard it. Why are you looking for Javed?
Let's just say my boots do a rendezvous with his ass.
Usually I charge for information, but I'll give you this bit for free. I've been working on that case for a while.
Personal matter or a commission?
I'll risk trusting you. Let me tell you a story. A happy couple once lived in Vizima. Ordinary as fish in a pond, with a 10-year-old boy. One day the father returned home and was puzzled not to be greeted by his son, his dog, or the smell of dinner on the stove. He suspected nothing until he found the dog dead, shot in the muzzle with a heavy crossbow. He wasn't even sure it was his dog, but then he found his wife pinned to the kitchen door with a spear. He searched the house in vain for his son. The culprits hadn't left a trace. To make a long story short, Vincent Mice had to close the case. No witnesses, no evidence. Except 6 months later, a monster's corpse turned up in a trash heap. Eyes like festering wounds, pale, rough skin, unnaturally muscular body. Everyone had forgotten the murder and disappearance. Almost everyone. See, the missing boy had one characteristic feature, a sixth toe. Only the parents knew about it. Always had trouble finding shoes for the kid. And the dead monster had an identical sixth toe. The father has devoted his life to tracking down the murderers.
I hope he finds them.
Back to reality. This is what I've managed to learn. Azar Javed, a Zerrikanian sorcerer, leads Salamandra. He's more dangerous than a pit of Kikimors, but unfortunately out of my reach. With his contacts and resources, he's got almost free reign in the city.
I got a taste of his abilities. Anything else?
I suspect Salamandra has built a large-scale operation, with gold simply greasing the wheels of their political ambitions. They're conducting genetic experiments, dangerous ones. Regular thugs wouldn't have the knowledge or means.
Who's working for Javed? Any guesses?
The captain of the guard who dropped that investigation disappears nights. Maybe you can squeeze some information out of him.
Is that all?
We might have one more lead. The city guards detained someone who could provide information.
The guards at the city jail?
Yeah. Find a way to question that prisoner. In the meantime, learn what you can from the guards.
Count on it. People open up to me all the time.
His information could be priceless. Good luck.
So that's interesting. The story that Raymond just told us, it's about his family. His wife and his son were killed by Salamander. That is so sad. I love Raymond as a character. He has a really good story arc. It's really sad, though.
Know anything more about the Salamander prisoner?
He may be one of the leaders, though in this town the guards capture pawns while the big fish swim free. We'll know for certain once you question him.
We'll see.
Just one thing. I think you're being followed.
Any suggestions?
Wait here a while. Make them nervous.
Surprise those who want to surprise you. I'll leave at midnight.
Alright. Oh. I guess it's midnight now.
The Witcher is taking his time.
He must have left a different way. No matter.
Seems true. I assume the trap is set?
Indeed. Tend to your tasks in the trade quarter.
I'll leave the matter to our best agent.
Alright, let's get down. Oh, damn! Are we on group style? No, we gotta get on group style for these bitches. Oh damn, we're getting fucked up. We gotta run. Maybe I can get the city guards to help. Help.
Look lively.
Oh damn, we just got our world wrecked. We don't have a swallow, do we? No, we don't have a swallow. I guess we can just eat. Let's see. Alright, friends, so our health is slowly going up. Looks like the salamander that was over there is gone. If we run into him again, we'll kill him, but I'm not going to go out of my way. We need to go and collect our stuff from Jethro, city guard, I guess. I need to find out where that... Let me look at the map. Okay, I think I go around this way to make my way over there. But we did it, guys. We're in Vizima now. Feels like it's been a...
Eternal fire, fill my heart.
Looks like it's been a while. We got some remains here. Weird. It's been a while since we've been here. What are these posters? Nice. There's a wraith right here.
The town cemetery. The dead and undead await behind that gate. Plenty of work for a witcher.
We'll have to come back here sometime. This wraith is just skirting by us. Alright then. Where is... Hold on, let me look at the map. Oh, okay, so this is cut off. Oh, I think we need to go back over here, and maybe it leads to a street over to them. Okay, that's what I'll do. Alright, friends, so we're back. We are into the dungeon. Let's just go ahead and collect our stuff from... Let's see, we got Jethro right here, and then we got Vincent Mice. I think I'll talk to him first.
You're free, but you still need to observe the quarantine.
Meaning?
Don't leave the temple quarter.
You must be kidding.
We keep a close eye on you, Witchers.
Didn't I hear you say that everyone's equal?
What is it, Witcher?
How's the Salamandra investigation going?
Patience, Witcher. All will be explained tonight.
Any way I can help?
Stay clear of the warehouses and the slums. It's a sensitive case that doesn't require your sword. Just yet.
The warehouses. You don't intend to go there alone?
It's a secret operation. How do you expect me to go? With an assault team and full-plate armor and a bugler? Relax. I'm no rookie. And I got a few things up my sleeve.
No doubt.
Meaning? No matter. Have a good time today. Enjoy your freedom. And maybe tomorrow I'll serve you Javed's balls on a platter.
They say you're holding a salamander prisoner.
Maybe we are. What's it to you?
Well, I wouldn't mind knowing.
You'll get no information out of me or my men.
I can prove I killed the cockatrice.
Impressive. That's 400 Oren's reward. Well deserved.
Do you handle monsters too?
I'd rather not waste my men on that. I pay anyone who kills a monster. Just bring proof.
What pays best?
Right now, my budget includes reward money for the cockatrice in the sewers, and for some bloodthirsty plant that kills people in the swamp.
Okay. It's interesting that he said that. I did notice on our way into the dungeon here, I did notice a posted board outside. So we'll have to take a look at that and get some more Witcher contracts, but let's talk to Jethro to get our stuff.
You killed the cockatrice. On behalf of King Faltest, I grant you an official pardon.
Finally, this absurdity is over.
Take your belongings from the trunk before I sell them. And remember the reward on the cockatrice's head. Vincent gets very excited about trophies.
I can finally relax. I'll inspect what we've confiscated here. Good quality gear.
Ooh. Give me all my stuff. Oh, we think we have too much. Damn. Okay, I think we're gonna have to get rid of a couple things. That needs to go there. That can go right there. I feel like this is more valuable than that, so let's take that. I'll drop this. Take this. I'll drop that. I just want to take the rings because I know that they're valuable. I don't think this is important. I'm gonna drop all that. Same thing here. Goose fat we find pretty much everywhere. I'm not gonna worry about these two scrolls. We already know how to make Tawny Owl, and we don't need that, so... Alright, we got our money back. That's great. Okay. Alright, let's see what's next on the agenda for what we can do. Okay, so Haran Brog's parcel is gone. Even though we killed Haran, we can still deliver this package and get some money for it. It's probably drugs, to be honest. But I guess we need to talk to Jethro about where the fuck it went. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I think I saw him walk out of here. Oh, here's the notice board. Let's go ahead and take some quests. Oh, damn it. Okay, we'll have to come back for that. Never mind. Where is Jethro? I'm sorry, not Jethro, but... what's his name? We'll go back in the dungeon and see if we can find him. Okay. Looks like he disappeared. We're probably gonna have to go meditate. Till morning. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm just gonna search around for somewhere where we can sleep. Until the morning, and then we'll come and talk to him again.
Incredible. Vizima boasts a bad neighborhood.
Itching to slap somebody.
Alright. Okay, let's meditate until the day. Actually, we got a couple things. We have some quests. We got a couple things to do. I think we have some things to read. Let's read about this. A Guide to Vizima, Marco Knopf. Like most human cities, Vizima was built on the foundations of an elven city. The seat of the Temerian king grew over the centuries and today consists of 3 large districts, a port and sprawling outskirts. In the temple quarter, the visitor's attention is drawn to the monumental cloister of the Order of the Flaming Rose. St. Lebioda's Hospital, famous for the many miracles recoveries that have occurred there, is also hard to miss. While admiring the edifices, avoid wandering into the non-human district, which has become a den of poverty and the lair of social outcasts. Most non-humans have been relocated to Old Vizima, which has become a ghetto and inaccessible to visitors. Currently, the trade quarter is developing rapidly. This is hardly unsurprising, as it is home to the wealthy merchants, as well as trade and political officials. The city's leading bank and the town hall can also be found here. While in Vizima's trade quarter, be sure to visit the famous marketplace, where traders offer goods from around the world. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and read this. Instructions for Eric. Eric, the torture blasphemers gave us only very general information. We know the worshippers of Lebioda Spider meet in one of the dungeons in the sewers. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to determine its location. One of the cultists have a key, which you can find enclosed. I wager that anything it opens the doors to the meeting place. Go into the sewers and try to locate the dungeon in question. Let the eternal light your way into the darkness. Oh, maybe this is... Oh, you know what? Whenever we were in the sewers, we did come across a dead knight, so I guess maybe that was Eric. Alright, looks like we have everything that we read there. I'll go ahead and meditate, and I think we'll read a little bit of our codexes, because we have a lot of things to catch up on. Alright, let's start, I guess, with the sewers. The sewers beneath Vizima were built in the age when an ancient elven city stood on the site. Not much of their original greatness remains, but they still serve the function well, connecting the temple quarter and the trade quarter. They carry off sewage from the entire city, rendering the stench of the gutters a little less overbearing. The sewers have recently become infested with monsters, especially drowners. Apparently, a cockatrice has also made its lair there. Secluded and rarely visited, the sewers have become an ideal refuge for the worshippers of the forbidden cult of the lion-head spider. I don't know why I read that originally as Leviota. And we're not going to read tutorials, we're just going to skip through this. Okay. Alright, so we have two things in the glossary. We have Codrigger and Finn. I remember the detective, Raymond, said something about them. I guess they were lawyers, so we're going to read this. A famous pair of lawyers who ran a firm in Dorian until both partners died tragically under mysterious circumstance. At its height, the firm was retained by people from all over Temeria. If someone had difficulties, troubles, problems, they went to Codrigger and Finn. So the firm's clients quickly received proof of dishonesty and malpractice by their business partner. They could count on receiving credit from the bank without insurance or security. As one of the long list of creditors, they would be the only one to exact what was due from the company declaring bankruptcy. Their son would be released from the dungeon and cleared for all charges, based either on infutable evidence or a lack of thereof, because if evidence existed, it disappeared mysteriously while witnesses retracted any earlier testimony. The wife's lover or the daughter's suitor would suffer complicated fractures in 3 limbs, including at least one upper one, all as a result of an unfortunate accident. And an enemy with a grudge or some other troublesome individual would soon stop becoming a nuisance, often vanishing into thin air. That's how Codrigger Finn worked. Okay, so these guys did some dirty work. The Order of the Flaming Rose. The Order of the Flaming Rose was established after the War with Nilfgaard by a charismatic leader, Jacques de Aldersberg, on the foundation of the deteriorating Order of the White Rose. De Aldersberg's aim was to protect the people from monsters and other evils, and to promote belief in eternal fire. The Order's headquarters are located in Vizima, with numerous commanderies spread across the whole of Temeria. We're not going to read about ingredients, I just want to get them out of the way. We're also not really going to read about formula. We don't have anything to read about monsters, which is fine. I guess we will go ahead and read this. We already read the sewer one. Let's read about the detective's house. As in many large cities of the northern and Vizima, one can enlist the services of a private investigator, an expert in sensitive issues, discreet investigations, and tracking suspects. Detective Raymond Marlevrive is available at his office day and night. Dungeon. The dungeon is where the criminals unlucky enough to fall into the hands of the city guard are kept. Prisoner turnovers in the jail is relatively high. Some are released, usually to return after a while others are executed on the scaffold. Captain Vince Meese of the city guard is the jail's warden. The dungeon affords access to the sewers which run under the entire city of Vizima. The Cloister of the Order. There really is only one haven for the law and order in the temple quarter of Vizima. It is the Cloister, the scat of the Order of the Flaming Rose. Crimson banners embroidered with rose hang before the entrance. Only authorized personnel can enter. Inquiries should be directed to Siegfried, whose office is in one of the buildings belonging to the Order. Temple Quarter. The temple quarter of Vizima is strangely reminiscent of a quarrelsome, dirty prostitute. who despite her disagreeable appearance and personality, remains somehow alluring. This made me become the uncomplicated, illicit entertainments it offers. Always a temptation. Beggars, shady characters, scrolling poor folks, frustrated non-humans, and, of course, ladies occupying every corner. Recently, Vizima's temple quarter was cut off from the rest of the world by the threat of an epidemic. The few city guard patrols that come here try not to venture too far into the quarter's dark alleys, where brutal deeds take place each night. At the center of the Vizima's temple quarter stands St. Lobiota's Hospital, the only place of solace for the poor and the plague victims. Alongside the hospital stand the headquarters of the Order of the Flaming Rose, which tries to combine local crime. Vizima, the capital of Temeria, is the largest city in the kingdom. It is located on the shore of Lake Vizima at the intersection of important trade routes, one of which is a waterway. Owing to the developed network of roads, the city draws considerable profit from trade. By King Foltest's order, the city is governed by Burgomizer Veldrad. Vizima is divided into the large district. The poorest one is the Temple Quarter, where St. Lobiota's Hospital at the cloister of the Order of the Flaming Rose are located. The Trade Quarter is home to the wealthiest, the most important inhabitants of the town hall and the main marketplace suited there. The oldest parts of the city, Old Vizima, has recently been converted into the ghetto for non-humans. Okay, nice, and we have a lot of things. We have so much reading to do, folks. I'm so sorry about this, but we have a lot of reading about characters. Let's just go ahead and knock this out. Let's read about Vincent Mice. The captain of the city guard released the professor, one of the most wanted criminals of Temeria. Vincent is the captain of the city guard and the main executor of the king's law in the temple quarter. Vincent Mice was one of the few who knew that I was going to go into the sewers to kill the cockatrice, and that I could only leave by the exit where I encountered the salamander bandits. People say it's impossible to get in touch with mice at night. After dark, Captain vanishes into thin air. Interesting. And then starting here at the top, we have an update on Abigail. Let's check out that little photo. That's awesome. Let's just read this bottom part because we already read this up here. The Reverend informs the congregation that Abigail had uttered the curse of the Hellhound, and the witch was surrounded by an angry mob. I decided that she didn't deserve to die and saved her from being lynched. Abigail left the outskirts for good. Good for her. And we have an update on Alvin. Alvin lived with Abigail until the witch gave the boy to the Reverend. The preacher gave the orphan to a group of salamander thugs, who demanded that the dwellers of the outskirts surrender their children. I killed the bandits and saved Alvin. That is weird. I don't understand why Abigail would give the Reverend Alvin, but maybe she thought maybe he could help him. I still don't really understand that whole thing. We have a lot to read about Azar. I think I'll just read this bottom portion here. The mage is in hiding, yet his influence extends over the whole of Vizima and possibly beyond. And then we got thing on Jethro. Jethro is a guard in the city dungeon. He would merely be a standard smart ass, except he is addicted to Fistek. Okay, and then we have the professor. Oh, no, we got Raymond. I hired a detective named Raymond Marlavery to help me search for Salamander's leader. Raymond is a bitter, cynical man. He refused to lift a finger until I paid him, but he also seems to know a lot, including his craft. I mean, can you really blame him, Geralt? It's not really his job. I mean, he makes his living off of investigating things. He's not really going to do it for free. Professor. I'll just read this bottom portion. The professor was released from the dungeon right in front of my eyes. He mocked the law and proved to me just how powerful Salamander is. The Reverend. The witch Abigail was probably gone by the time I arrived at the Reverend's. Irreconcilable differences is all I can call it. We argued, and I had to kill the priest. And then we have an update on Shani. I dragged Shani into the business with Salamandra, and although the girl was in danger, it all ended well. Shani finished what she had to do in the outskirts and returned to Vizima to her house in the Temple Quarter. Oh, cool. So Shani actually lives here in the Temple Quarter. So we'll have to see her sometime. And then we'll read all this about Siegfried. Siegfried of Denisel is a knight of the Order of the Flaming Rose, and is an idealist who adheres to the Order's rules, but is not devoid of common sense. Polite and open, he is unlike many of his brothers from the Order, and in that he is not just prejudiced, he is undeniably courageous and demonstrated this when he descended alone into the sewers of the sewers to fight the cockatrice. Siegfried and I defeated the cockatrice together. The knight proved both polite and skilled swordsman. Yeah, I like Siegfried. He seems nice. Seems cool. And then we got a lot of quests. Yeah, okay. Well, we need to go do this. I'm gonna go ahead and actually save it. I think here's a place to save. And actually, I think this is where I'm gonna end it here for episode 10, guys, just because we are breaking on an hour here, and I don't want to take too much time, so that was a lot of dialogue in this episode, a lot of reading. Whenever we get back in a couple weeks for episode 11, we are going to continue right off where we left off with this quest to go and get this parcel. But in the meantime, if you guys want to follow me on my social medias, they are all linked down below. Also, please consider becoming a member of my Patreon. Excuse me, a member of my Patreon. Without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and head out, and I will see you guys in the next video.
That afraid of rats? Could have annihilated them with one spell. Fine, won't say anything. So what happened to you?
There's something here. Something that distorts teleportation. I've no idea how they managed to get to the other side problem-free.
Wild Hunt's teleportation magic is different. Got specially trained mages for that. Navigators, they call them.
They can have 3 helmsmen and a parrot for all I care. I'll not risk that again.
Let's go. Wild Hunt got a good head start on us, but we still stand a chance.
Have you gone completely mad? We must leave here at once.
If you're scared, turn back. I'm gonna go on.
Stop it, that's emotional blackmail.
You'd really worry about me if I went on alone?
You? I'd be concerned for myself.
Then come with me, just quick.